Good morning, everybody. My name is Amy Skicki. I am the chairwoman of the Government Affairs Task Force for the Houston Veterans Chamber of Commerce. And to tell you a little bit about the chamber, our motto is one team, one mission. Our core values are honor, integrity, service before self, and strategic leadership. And our vision is to be the premier leader of a thriving and robust veteran-owned business ecosystem, inspiring economic impact and community empowerment, making Houston the region #1 for veteran business owner and entrepreneur support. So welcome. We have a few guests with us today. We're going to give them the opportunity to speak and share a little bit about their organizations and what they have for veterans. So first, I would like to welcome with us Dr. Mary Jove from Alvin Community College.
Thank you so much for this invitation. It's always a pleasure to be here. Alvin Community College is a rural community college. We are located in Alvin, Texas. We're right in between, about 34 miles away from Galveston and about 35 miles from downtown Houston. And we serve Brazoria County, including areas such as Pearland area and League City, those surrounding areas that are near to us. And so we are, being a small community college, we're always looking for opportunities to grow our veteran students. We want to make it to be one of those top colleges that serve veterans in this country. So what we start with is, for example, giving first-time college veteran students opportunities to come and register with us by meeting with an admissions counselor, whether that is through a live chat or through email. They can also apply for admissions to Alvin Community College through Apply Texas. And there may be placement testing that is required depending on the program that the veteran student selects. And veteran students are exempt from TSI placement testing at Alvin Community College. They would also, we would like for them to apply for financial aid and meet with any veteran service coordinator so that they can, that we make sure that they have all their questions answered that are specific to this student group. They will need meningitis vaccinations that would need to be met, and also to complete a new student orientation and Title IX training for any financial assistance. We also ask that official transcripts are obtained from the student, especially if they have completed anything that are like military transcripts that they bring with them. At that point, they would meet with a pathway advisor. So depending on what field they want to study, we would place them with a pathway advisor, and they'd have a mentor assigned to them that would give them some guidance throughout their academic career path. If the veteran student is a transfer student, everything that I just mentioned applies, except there'll just be a few differences. For example, they may not have to specifically meet one-on-one with the counselor because they may be able to just go directly to the pathways advisor to select where or what field they want to study in. We do participate with the Montgomery GI Bill, so we accept that. We have also acceptance for the Veteran Readiness and Employment benefits, the Post 9/11 GI Bill, the Dependent Education Assistance Program, and the Montgomery GI Bill for reserves, the Army Reserves and National Guard benefits, and the Hazelwood Act for the state of Texas benefits are also something that Alvin Community College will work with the students with. We offer veteran support through student accessibility services, where the student accessibility services mission is to promote participation and independence in all college programs and activities by providing reasonable accommodations and educational counseling and mentoring to all students who have any type of documented disability and demonstrate academic need. There's also licensed mental health counselors on staff that these students would have access to. And of course, we also provide a Foundations of Personal Finance course that is free to the student so that they can learn what is personal finance, what kind of concepts apply to them, and give them some practical knowledge and applications on how to handle their finances as they are in college. Always there's financial aid that the students would be connected with a financial aids advisor that would work with them so that they see whether they qualify for work study programs or any scholarship programs that may be available to them. And then we also have tutoring for students that is absolutely free. These can be virtual, they can be drop-ins, they can be by appointments. We have an ACC Veterans Club where they recognize and bring awareness to student veterans through on-campus and remote inclusive events. So we'll have, for example, lunch for veterans, we'll have dinner for veterans. We invite their families to come and be part of the events. So we're always trying to find ways that are unique to have access and time with our veteran students. There's also a veteran lounge that's specific to them. It's a small place right now because we are trying to grow that, but our student veterans benefit by this designated space where they can just come and chill out and hang out with one another and maybe exchange information and create some networks within themselves. We try to always do also campus and virtual events for this particular group of students. So for example, yesterday we had an entrepreneurial veterans event where we invited community members that are business owners and their veteran owned businesses, that they come and share their experiences with our veteran students. And finally, we have academic programs that are specific to or may be of interest to specific students that are veterans. For example, criminal justice, engineering, nursing, network administrator, computer science, cybersecurity, teaching, and emergency medical technicians. We have partnerships with four-year universities such as Texas Women's Universities for those students interested in transferring for nursing, and the University of Houston Clear Lake for general studies, psychology, and computer information technology. And finally, but not least, we have our continuing education department that works very closely with helping students work on, for example, if they want a CDL license to do commercial driving, if they want to be a clinical medical assistant or veterinary assistant, and those are the fields that they prefer. We also have that continuing education that is very aware of how to work with veteran students. We are online, and we have a designated page for those students that may be interested. So if they have any questions, I'll be happy to answer those.
Wonderful. Thank you, Dr. Mary Jove. How can people find Alvin Community College?
They can go directly to our website, which is at alvincollege.edu.
Thank you. Thank you very much for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. Next up, we have Houston Community College.
All right, thank you. So I am stepping in for our VMAS department. So I'm just going to say this, all right? So everything you heard for ACC, that's what we have at HCC. I'm done. No, I'm kidding. The good news here is, look, there's lots of opportunities in the Houston region to pursue and invest in your education. So Houston Community College, being one of the largest community colleges in the country, has well over what I say 70 buildings across Houston region. So lots of access into the community. What that means for our veteran students is there's probably an HCC campus nearby where you live, right? So whether it be southwest of Houston, in the Fort Bend region, the Katy region, or whether it's on the Pearland side with our East Side campus, or as well as our Northeast campus. So it's all spread out and it's available, including right in downtown, Midtown area. There's a large HTC campus there as well. So, the Office of the Veterans and Military Affiliated Student Office, also known as VMAS, it's a resource for veterans and military affiliated students at HCC. HCC has over, last number I saw was 2,000 or so students a semester that are supported by the VMAS office. They provide services like advising, tutoring, financial aid assistance. Under advising, you have dedicated VMAS advisors that are for this office. They can help you figure out how to pay for your education, what degrees are covered, including our workforce degrees. Very recently, announcement was made that HCC's workforce instructional programs are now covered under your VA benefits. And there are advisors who have a lot more details about that. So if you want to pursue, education in artificial intelligence or nursing, continue in the health sciences space, there are bachelor level programs being offered. out of community colleges. There's also engineering opportunities, electrical, mechanical, civil. If you're trying to just get that, bachelor's degree, kind of, the minimum you need in industry today, the college has access to pathways where you can get a electrical, civil, or engineering, mechanical engineering bachelor's from Texas, UT Tyler, Texas A&M, or I forget the third one, our partner. But the idea there is we have pathways where the cost of that bachelor's is less than 19,000. So these advisors know both what is available for veterans, and then also what's available that would be for good credentials to have in the industry. In addition, we've got a dedicated veterans lounge as well, where students can sit, relax, socialize with others. There's nothing like a sense of care, belonging, and community that can, uplift you and keep you motivated. I know as veterans and now transitioning into civilian life, you have lots of choices. But if you think that you can just sign up for an online program and finish everything, data shows that 90% of those online MOOCs do not complete. they drop out, and part of it is it's just you and the computer, and there's just no interaction, and it's not instructor led. So community colleges, they offer all of that. They give you the instructor led in small classes. They help you with a sense of that community, that you have somebody else you could say, hey, when does it due again? Even something as simple as that. You have a friend in class that can help you. So that's our important things. Obviously, state of the art computer labs with free printing and internet access. Most people don't know, but all HCC campuses are 1 gig connected, which means you can upload and download very fast. And if you're in the tech space, that matters a lot. Gig is it's not the same internet that you get at Comcast at home. So it's way faster, and you want to utilize these services at community colleges. We also have a career center that helps very much students find jobs and internships. And again, for our military folks, there's a dedicated career specialist for you to help. And then there's also lots of workshops that they help you with, for example, resume writing, job interviewing, or mock interviews, and just making sure that you understand that you self-identify, so that one, opportunities that are intended to be made available to you, that you leverage them and benefit from them. So just good advice on putting your best foot forward. Lastly, I'll just give you one quick example, a couple of examples of how this office works and helps. So if a student was struggling, reached out to my office. I run a Center for Entrepreneurship in the Southwest region. Is a veteran, so I just said, hey, you know what? Let's talk to the VMAS office and see what can we do so that you can get back on track on your coursework. We'll talk with your faculty and get you on track. And before you know it, and we helped this student who was failing and was really behind because he had 50 other things in life happening at the time. But then we got him on track with the VMAS office and basically got him a tutor to help him get back on track. Another student was having trouble making sure all his VI and GI Bill benefits were being paid for, and that was a lot of paperwork. We sat down and asked the VMAS office to just track it and figure out what's needed and get it done. So all of these opportunities are available to you. I'm going to be mindful of time here and tell you that to learn any of these resources, you go to hccs.edu/veteran. And that will take you to the VMAS office, which is VMASS. And that is where you'll be able to, click on a button to talk to an advisor. And if you scroll way at the bottom, you're going to get Director Kapree Thomas's information. She is also the contact for you for this segment. Kapree Thomas, THOMAS. And basically HCC, it's first name dot last name at hccs.edu. So kapree.thomas@hccs.edu would be the point of contact for you. All right, I'm going to pass it back over to you, Amy. I hope I was
Okay, perfect. All right. Next up, we have Vicki Johnson with Lone Star Community College. She's going to share a little information about them.
Thank you. I am going to put up my presentation, so if you just give me a quick moment, I will go ahead and do that. I had some technical difficulties here. So I'll go as quick as possible, but we like to give formal presentations whenever we go out on campus. So my name is Vicki Johnson. I am the executive director at Lone Star College, and I'll just present today on how we are supporting with veterans. Just to give a quick overview of the college, we have some exciting new things that are going on, starting with our chancellor. Chancellor Mario Castillo has been with the college in this particular role for 90 days. He has been appointed our new chancellor to take over, outlining here are some of his goals, his focus, values, and I can personally say he's really nice to work with, and I'm looking forward to all of the initiatives that we'll have with our new chancellor, or El Chancellor Castillo. These are our presidents of each campus that we have. We technically have 8 campuses, and which includes our online campus as well. Dr. Jones, Dr. Wright, Dr. Gonzalez, Dr. Reed Hart, Dr. Lambert, Dr. Nutt, and Dr. Freer. And this is also our chancellor's cabinet. I'll just let you guys look at those. I know that we are here to talk about veterans, but we also like to share everything about the college as well. So just to give you a little bit of information about Lone Star College, we have over 80,000 students. We serve Montgomery, San Jacinto, and Harris County areas. We have 8 campuses, 7 centers, and 8 workforce centers. So that's how huge we are, and we are one of the largest community colleges in the state of Texas. We have strategic goals like many of the other organizations do as well. And these are what our campuses look like. We like to give visuals. We have these are up and coming campuses rather that will be finalized in 2023. And I believe it is our Visual Performing Arts Center will be, have our grand opening in December. And these are our actual campuses, our Cy-Fair, North Harris, Kingwood, Montgomery. So we're accessible all across the city. And we technically work in the workforce area. So our senior associate vice chancellor is Linda Head, and these are the areas that we are under. So also dealing with our program of studies, what do we offer our veterans here at Lone Star? We have over 200 degrees and certificates that we offer our veterans. In our area, we have 9 areas of study ranging from arts, humanities, and communications, all the way down to transportation and logistics, and I'll kind of go over those as well. We also offer bachelor degrees, which is kind of rare for most community colleges, but we offer a Bachelor of Science, Nursing, Applied Technology, and Cybersecurity, Bachelor of Applied Science in Engineering, Manufacturing, and Trades. And we also have a Bachelor of Science in Emergency Management. And we do have a 5th degree, bachelor's degree coming in 2023-2024. I can't disclose it, but we are having one up and coming. All right. And we also offer associate degrees, certificates, and we also have a continuing education program. So specifically to the outline, what we offer our veterans, a plethora of items, and I keep scrolling by mistake, so bear with me, guys. Here we are. We have across our system, we're centralized, so not centralized, systemized. So we actually have on the 8 campuses, or 7 campuses, and our 8 is our online, we have 8 dedicated veteran advisors. We also have our school certifying officials, but they actually work in the background. So we identify who our veterans are and those that are interested in using their benefits and advising, whether they're using them or not, they're identified as a veteran. We all know that's very hard to determine who our veterans are, but we give them an opportunity to self-identify, and we mark their accounts and reach out to them to personally advise them, whether they're new, returning, or old, because we want to personalize their time and experience at Lone Star College. We also offer, as many of the other schools have said, we offer the GI Bill. We're approved by the VA in the state of Texas to offer the GI Bill. We're approved for Hazelwood. And we also work with our VA work study. we'd like legislation to change to raise the minimum wage of the VA work study, but we do have a lot of VA work studies. Each of our campuses working with our VA departments. We also have centers at each campus. So we think that that's very important. And one of the things that we do also is a lot of our veterans we've hired on as full-time employees. So veterans working with veterans is equally important. We offer financial aid. We hire veterans. We partner with Meals for Veterans to address food insecurities. In 2024, we are having a resource fair. We partnered with Texas Veterans Commission, and we'll be having a resource fair in 2024 that will have nonprofit organizations, employers, and resources for our veterans. We take that very serious. We offer Green Zone, which is a program that we're developing in 2024, which will assist our transitioning veterans that are coming into the college. So we'll have a on-demand training for our faculty and staff to take part in, so they have ways and resources in the classroom to assist our veterans. We also partner with Combined Arms. We're readily available to offer our veterans or send them to our Ability Services Department. We have a dedicated Career Services Department or employees in the Career Services Department to assist our veterans with resume writing, getting ready for that next step and transition in their career, and also assisting in translating that military experience into industry language. So that's very important. And we also have Vet Success on Campus, or we call them our VSOC, which actually assists with our BRNE students. She actually helps all of our veteran students. So she assists students that are having challenges getting their book stipends, and just working through any benefit issues or challenges that they may have. And we offer that throughout the system.
Can you share with us just how we can get in touch with you?
I've left my contact information here. We have myself, Vicki Johnson, Sierra McMahon, and Alexis Davis. Along at the very end is our Lone Star College Veteran Services link page as well.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Next up, we have University of St. Thomas, Houston. Miss Trisha Ruiz is going to tell us a little bit about their organization and what they do for veterans. Welcome, Trisha. Share a little bit about yourself, the organization you represent, and how veterans can take advantage of what you have to offer.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Amy. So my name is Dr. Ruiz, and I'm the Senior Director of Veteran Services for the University of St. Thomas. The University of St. Thomas is a private Catholic institution in the heart of Houston. We're located right in between the Medical Center and the Museum District. So while access is very important, we actually have a very centralized location. So we don't have a ton of campuses around the city of Houston. We have one dedicated campus. And so when students attend the University of St. Thomas, all of our services are localized. We are a very small liberal arts institution with an enrollment about 4,300 right now. Our faculty to student ratio is 13:1. So for students who are looking for a very small college experience at the university level, our ratio is very small and is very intentional because we want our students to develop really strong relationships with our faculty. Most of our faculty are not adjunct, they are tenured faculty. And so the university has the expectation that not only are they active in the classroom, but that they are also active in their field and that they remain experts in their field. And so if you are interested in our associates, bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degrees, you can find us at www.sttHOM.edu. And the reason that I mention that is because the Cameron School of Business is very intentional in their networking. All of our alumni in the Cameron School of Business are so interconnected. And it is this is the third institution that I've been at. And it's actually the first time that I've seen such an engaged alumni with our faculty and with our current student body. And that is so important in the student experience. And I didn't understand that when I was transitioning out of the military and going to school. I didn't understand the importance of that and how that would help me post-graduation. A little bit about the Veteran Success Center and what makes us unique than any other institution in the city of Houston. We're the only university that has a dedicated building and professional team just for veteran students. So what does that mean? That means that on our campus, it's a pretty large campus, beautiful campus, our building has all of the components that would allow my team to see the veteran student from the point of recruitment all the way to the point of alumni. So that means at the application process, as soon as you apply to St. Thomas, which our application is free, the second that you select that you're a veteran and you submit your application, you will within a day or two receive a communication from my office that says, thank you for applying to St. Thomas. We see that you indicated that you're a veteran. Here's my team and how my team can help you. So from the very starting point, you have a team that will help you with the onboarding process. We have GI Bill experts within our center that would discuss all of the financing options for you. One of the biggest misconceptions is that veterans cannot go to school debt-free at private institutions. You can. While we do not accept Hazelwood because we are a private institution, we are eligible to receive all GI Bill benefits, and we are a yellow ribbon institution. So if you are 100% post 9/11 GI Bill eligible, you could attend the University of St. Thomas with zero out-of-pocket costs. We ensure that through the yellow ribbon program. Some of our competitors within the city limit the number of yellow ribbon seats that can enroll to their institution. The University of St. Thomas is committed to our military connected students, and we do not limit the number of yellow ribbon seats. So as long as you're yellow ribbon eligible, the university will absolutely ensure that we match that and that you're able to attend without any out-of-pocket costs. On top of the GI Bill component, so that kind of goes over the onboarding process for our veteran students. The second that you're enrolled, you're immersed into the classroom. We have a dedicated academic success coach within the Veteran Success Center. So adding to that small faculty to student ratio, we are so involved between our student support services and the classroom experience that we have software that allows our faculty members to alert our academic success coach if a veteran of ours is struggling in the classroom, or you might not be attending classes. We're going to know that. That's one of the perks of going to these small schools is that your faculty member absolutely knows you. They know your family. They know the challenges that you might be navigating through life, because we understand that. And our role at the University of St. Thomas is to truly meet the student where they're at. And so our academic success coach offers support services to our students that might be struggling in the classroom. But actually, we believe that the success is not just that. It's not the students that are only maybe not performing well or going through some sort of personal struggle. It's probably the B students. It's the B students that need that extra support, and we can help push you over the threshold to get you into that A level. And that's what we're ultimately looking for. And so that's just kind of a high level overview of what you could expect to see if you were to consider the University of St. Thomas, what that process would look like and what that would look like for you. We offer a large amount of student programming dedicated just to student veterans. We understand that you're non-traditional and that the services that and the events that we might offer for our 18-year-old students who are, directly out of their home might not appeal to you. And so what we do is we create an entire set of programming that is so holistic. It's from social emotional to academic to professional to access to networking. We hit you kind of with the kitchen sink, we often say. And so I'm really proud of the team that the university has pulled together. We've made a lot of momentum in the past 5 years since our center was incepted. We would be more than happy to talk to anybody who might be considering a small private liberal arts school. We would love to have a conversation with you. If you visit our website, www.sttom.edu/veterans, which is plural with the S at the end. On our website, there is a link where you can connect with somebody from my team most of the times within the same day. We'd be more than happy to have a conversation with you. So thank you for having us. We appreciate our collaboration and our partnership, Robbie. We absolutely love all of the things that you guys are doing at HCC. And so we're always just happy to be part of the conversation. So thank you for having us this morning. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Ruiz. Appreciate it. And next up, we've got Brandon Vaughn with the University of Houston. Welcome, Brandon.
Hello. Hi, guys. Thanks for having me.
Hi. Yeah,
morning.
you're welcome. So go ahead and give us your spiel on University of Houston and how veterans can get in
Yes.
contact with you.
Well, let me preface that a little bit because I'm with the athletics department. I'm the director of ticket sales and service, so I'm a bit unqualified to go over admissions. However, I did serve as a civilian public relations director for Air Force Academy, so I have some military. About 4.5 years in at USAFA, and here at University of Houston, I do come in contact with a lot of students and a lot of our fans who are veterans and so forth. So I'm actually here to audit this and understand, because we need someone here from our Veterans Affairs. For instance, we have a really robust Veteran Affairs department here at U of H, and here it says it empowers new, current veterans as well as reservist, guard, and active duty personnel. And so we need someone from the Veterans Affairs here at University of Houston to be on this, to give the presentation that's been happening, which are amazing. I'm learning so much. That being said, we have ROTC, but that's for a first year, second year, and then that program's not necessarily for the veterans coming out. I have a lot of fans here in the athletics department, season ticket holders, donors that were veterans all the way back to 9/11, Vietnam, and so forth. So I'm here to audit and then to communicate back to our veteran services and our ROTC as like a sit rep to understand how they can be participating in and being on this panel. So my apologies for not having an admission type presentation. Just wasn't equipped, but I am happy to be here in support of this. Thank you, Robbie. Thank you, HEC. You guys are amazing. What you're doing is cutting edge, and that's all I had to offer today, unfortunately.
Thank you. No, I think that's great. It's important that, we're all meeting everybody where we're at, right? We're
You're right.
learning
One
how
team,
to connect
one
with the
mission.
veteran community. Now, let me ask you, so you're in charge of the athletic department, correct?
Yes,
So,
I'm
and
the
ticket
director of tickets.
sales, do
Yes.
you all offer certain times where you have tickets for veterans that are discounted or anything like that for games?
Oh, thanks for asking. That's a great question, and it's important for us to continue to do military type programs because of the benefits that we see. The answer is yes, and there are many we're doing. Because we're over all sports that are revenue, which is football, basketball, volleyball, women's basketball, softball, baseball, swimming, diving, track and field. So not only do some of our student athletes are like ROTC and going to be eventually veterans, we have the VET program that's been really great, where when our fans, when they get their season tickets, they can add as much money as they want on the VET program, which works with us to offer complimentary tickets to any vet that goes to the website. And so that's always ongoing on top of all the other military nights that we had. We had something for the University of Texas game, for instance, that was really incredible and honored some veterans. And we'll continue to do that. We have the National Guard's a big sponsor of ours. And I think they see the value in athletics and how it connects. Right. Same with the military. What we have is the recruiters, right? The recruiters from Army, Navy, Coast Guard, and Space Force now too, and everybody saying, well, can we do something, lend U of H to those programs to help that mission? Like, for instance, I'll give you an example. We'll do like the swear-in ceremony during one of our football games to acknowledge how special. Air Force Academy, we really learned how special those swearing ceremonies are, because there could be somebody in the stands that sees that and says, you know what, I want to be there. So it's an inspirational piece for us. It's almost invaluable in that way. The partnership relationship, the friendships that we have with the military branches, all the way from the Coast Guard down to Ellington, to Galveston Station, all the way back up north to the Woodlands, to all the joint National
Air Force bases, reserve bases,
and
all of that. Yeah, wonderful. Thank you so much for all you do to support us.
My pleasure.
And we will follow up with you and help you with the veteran piece for your organization. So look for that as a follow-up.
Oh, it'll be easy. Just got to communicate it. Thursday, Friday got away from me a little bit. I wanted to walk over and talk to the head of Veteran Affairs, and our ROTC was drilling all day, so they weren't in the offices. But I'll do better. And by the next time we have this panel, we'll have somebody very qualified on here, because I think we have a very great story to tell along with everybody else that goes together, and offering choices and options for all of our. Houston, according to Mr. Dave Weaver there at the Veterans Chamber, has got more women veterans probably than anywhere in America. And we have to do something with that, and we have to support that. We have to be there and see what opportunities are uncovered there, because the opportunity loss is too great for us to sit by and wait for it to fall in our hands. We have to be proactive, and so we're here. We're always listening. We're always ready to facilitate anything anybody needs here in the city. They do it for us, so we're here too.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for
Welcome.
being here, Brandon.
Yes.
We do have next up. Perfect. Cody, could you join us, please, and share a little bit about UT Tyler? Welcome.
Sure. Well, thanks. Thanks for having me. Good morning, Cody Dillard. I am the Director for Military and Veterans Affairs up here at UT Tyler. What am I doing here, you might ask? Well, we actually have a campus down in Houston on the Leaf Road campus of Houston Community College. We have an engineering program that's down there. I've got about 15, 20 military affiliated students who are down there finishing up their engineering degrees. My entire population across all my campuses is approaching 800 students. So my office, we provide support for that group of students and also community for our military affiliated faculty and staff. We do education benefits, everything from personal advising, academic advising, helping them get jobs, move into graduate school or into the workforce. So pretty much anything that you can imagine to support our military affiliated population here and down at the Houston campus and across our other campuses. We have campuses in Longview and Palestine as well. Anything we can do to support our military affiliated students, no matter where they are, flows through my office, and we do the best that we can to support them. We just kicked off our VEP week here in Tyler. It's a big event that we have going on over the next week. I know you all have something similar down there, but I'm happy to take any questions from any participants. And I just wanted to jump on because, like I said, we do have a population down there, and wanted to spread the word about what we're doing and how we can help support.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Kobe. And where can people find information about UT and contact you?
Absolutely. So our website, of course, is uttyler.edu. If you go to that main website, scroll down to the bottom of the page, there is a specific link for military and veterans, and that will take you right to our homepage. It's got all of our contact information about the various education benefits, our process for submitting documentation, and also information about the services we provide to our students. There is a link on there also for any community members who just have questions about their benefits. This is something we started doing this year. Whether or not they're interested in coming to UT Tyler or not, if you just have a question about education benefits, there's a form that you can go online to fill out. Myself or one of my staff, we try to get back to those within 72 hours or so. So you just fill out that form, type in your question, and we'll get back to you with that answer about your education benefits.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us.
Let's move on to the startup resources. We've got friends from Bunker
Perfect.
Labs,
Yes.
Houston Community College, Houston Veterans Chamber. Got a video from the Office of Business Opportunity that will play last. SCORE should be joining in. SBA's here, Director Mark Winchester. And we'll have somebody from Thai Houston, and Amy, you'll represent Baytran. So
Yes.
got a nice little agenda here, so I'll let you kick it off. Take it away.
Perfect. All right. And I am going to kick things off here. Local startup resources with Henry Banh and Bunker Labs. Hi, Henry.
Hey, what's up? Hopefully everybody's seeing my screen. Just a little bit about me. My name is Henry Banh. I'm a Marine Corps veteran who's been in digital marketing for about 7 years. I love to eat and travel, and I work to solve problems, bridge those connections, and facilitate growth in business versus life. It's kind of what I'm all about, just helping anybody I can where they're at to help them get to the next level. And my company, Linkable Digital Marketing, helps provide digital marketing services to small and medium-sized businesses. But we're here to talk about Bunker Labs. Bunker Labs, we pride ourselves in helping veterans and veteran entrepreneurs locally thrive and connect nationally. So what is Bunker Labs? Bunker Labs is a national nonprofit. We provide support to military veterans, military spouse entrepreneurs, and business owners. We've been doing it since 2014, and the three pillars we have is community. We want to make sure veterans are connected to the veteran and entrepreneur and business owner community. We inspire them to start their businesses and equip them with resources to start, grow, and scale their businesses. Why do we need Bunker Labs? During our study, we found that 49% of World War II veterans started businesses after they left service, but only 5.6% of post 9/11 vets start businesses. So we started Bunker Labs to raise those numbers up because we feel veterans, military spouses are well equipped based off their experience from the military to become business owners. Veteran-owned businesses are 30% more likely to hire other veterans, and I'll give some other numbers about our impact with within Bunker Labs. So, what are our programs? How do we support veteran and military spouse entrepreneurs? We have 4 distinct programs I'm going to talk about a little bit more in depth: Veterans Residence, CEO Circle, Breaking Barriers in Entrepreneurship, and our Ambassador Program. So, our Ambassador Program is a 12-month program. Each of our ambassadors are volunteers. They work to provide local veterans and military spouse entrepreneurs to launch and grow their business. They are the members who are boots on the ground in their local communities. They work to build up those ecosystems, working with different partners such as the Veterans Chamber, the SBA, and many more resources you guys will hear about here in a second. Breaking Barriers in Entrepreneurs. This is our BIPOC 8-week program. It focuses on creating an immediate impact for diverse early to growth stage businesses. So during the 8 weeks, you will meet with other people in your affinity groups to learn about different capital opportunities, learn about how to run your businesses and things like that. We do run these every 8 weeks, so there's several cohorts, applications constantly rolling through. CEO Circle is for businesses who have reached the $1 million mark in revenue and looking to, connect with high-level advisors to grow their businesses. This program is 13 months long, and they meet nationally in different parts of the U.S. So if you are a CEO level, a senior executive, or a company who have grossed $1 million with $5 million in capital, this program is for you. Applications typically open between June, July of each and every year. So think of CEO Circle like your executive board of advisors. And now the program here in Houston, the program I run, because I'm an ambassador, I volunteer with Bunker Labs, is our Veterans in Residence program. It is a local 16-week business incubator for early stage startups and growth-oriented start businesses. So we take all businesses, it doesn't matter what your industry is, as long as your business has $1 in revenue, we'll bring you in, work at that to grow that to $250,000 and get you going, right? This is our goal. This is our mission for our local businesses in each community. We do have our applications are currently open between November 1 to November 26. So if you are that business owner, you're thinking about maybe, I may be qualified for this, I may not, just apply anyways. And then, I will review the applications that come in, and maybe we'll just bring you on, just kind of work with you. What is our impact, right? We during our study, we have found that within the Bunker Labs community, we are 2 times more racial and ethnically diverse than our general veteran population. We have 2 times more female veterans in our within our community than our general veteran population. Our community is made up of 60% of service disabled veterans. 10% of the community are still in active service, and 9% of the community are military spouses or family members. Our national impact, right? Our national impact. So since 2014, our businesses and our startups have made $1.8 billion in revenue. Okay, we have created over 6,300 jobs And each one, and our businesses, we have raised capital of $294 million. So this is the kind of impact that we have nationally. We have over 30 different communities across the U.S. We also have virtual communities as well, where you can come in and work as a cohort. So our local impact, that's here in Houston. We have a Navy veteran who started a tech company who raised his Series A at $2 million. A Marine Corps veteran who started a service company. He came in about a year and a half ago, just started his business. We worked with him. He had $0 revenue, and now he's making over $8,000 a month and steadily having planned to grow that. We have a military spouse. She has 3 businesses. Two of her businesses are service oriented, and she has 1 tech business. Each one of them are growing steadily. So that's it. All right. So how do you get involved, right? So we have our programs. So sign up for our programs, go join our newsletter, and get notified when those programs are open for you to apply. We have Bunker Labs online. It's our online community. So if you go to bunkerlabs.org, join online, join the conversation, get connected to those resources. On first Fridays, we have educational programs about different parts of your business, from marketing, sales, and operations, whatever it is. On LinkedIn, we have every Tuesday, we have office hours where we have our podcast host just comes on, brings on somebody, interviews, again, different parts of running your business. And then we also have Bunker Connect. It is our monthly networking mixer. I'm going to try and change that into more of an education piece, bring in more speakers and more panelists, just kind of have a discussion surrounding, again, different parts of running your business, right? So these are just items on how to get connected and how to get involved with Bunker Labs. So we do have our showcase coming up December 6th, where we're going to be graduating our current cohort members, right? December 6th, 6 to 8 p.m. at the Cannon West Houston. It's going to be an amazing time. We're going to graduate 5 of those startups and individuals. They're going to talk about their businesses. They're going to just we're just going to show them off on that day. Again, our applications are open for our next cohort starting in February. So make sure you get those applications in by the 26th. If you have any questions, please get a hold of me at henry.bond@bunkerlab.org, or just get in the conversation. Visit our website at bunkerlabs.org and just learn more about our organization. Thank you so much, Amy. Thank you so much, Robbie, for bringing me on to kind of talk about Bunker Labs. I will tell you, as I was building this presentation out, I learned so much more about our organization that I volunteer with.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Henry. All right. Next, we have Houston Community College Entrepreneurial Initiatives with Dr. Maya Durnovo. Welcome, Dr. Maya. Please share with us your information.
Thank you. Thank you so much to you, Amy, and thank you, Ravi, for putting this entire series together. It has just been amazing, and I've just been blown away with Bunker Labs. So I am the Associate Vice Chancellor for Entrepreneurship at Houston Community College, and we've been running programs to help businesses start and to grow small businesses. Our mission is to help entrepreneurs start and grow small businesses to bolster the local economy, create jobs, and build Houston's ecosystem, again, by starting and growing small business. But that includes minority, micro, veteran, LGBT, and women-owned businesses. So we really believe in our diversity. We've been doing this work for the past 12 years. We've served over 12,000 small businesses, and we have won about $24 million in grants, which enables us to offer all of our services at no charge. So I'm going to go over some of those programs, and I wish I had the slide so you could see it, but in any event. So one of the programs that we've had for the past 9 years is the Minority Business Development Agency. This is a program that's funded through the Department of Commerce and now has become a permanent part of the government. And the goal is to serve minority-owned businesses. And actually, the definition of that has now been expanded to serve economically and socially disadvantaged individuals. So that is a larger definition of not just ethnic minorities, but also economically and socially disadvantaged. What the agency does is it helps connect the small business owner with contracting opportunities and then the financing opportunities. And over the past 8-9 years, they have served or created over $600 million in contracting and over $600 million in financing. That's small businesses that have been able to access those larger contracts and financing. And as a result, businesses have really, really grown. So we're really proud of that program. Another program that we have, and you've probably heard of the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Initiative. So we've had that program for 12 years. We have graduated 1,000 small businesses who have gone through the program. And out of that, 76% grow their business in revenue and 52% actually hire more employees. So that is another way that they have actually grown and succeeded. It's a 100-hour curriculum, and the goal there is to help you develop a growth plan. That's the product that you have at the end of the program. It's actually 10 different modules, which are covered over 10 different days on Fridays. It's a remarkably effective and successful program, and it comes to the small business owner, to the veteran, at no charge. Another program that we've had at Houston Community College since the very beginning, now actually for 13 years, is our annual business plan competition. So this is something, if any veteran is interested in applying for, the application is actually in January. And this particular competition gives you 5 different training sessions to help you develop that business plan. And then at the end, there's that pitch competition with some pretty nice dollars as prize money. But even if you don't win one of the first, second, or third prizes, it's really going through that competition and having a business advisor that is really so valuable. I'm going to give you the access to all this information at the end. So, and then in addition to the business plan competition, we have a program that's called the Small Business Success Series. As a matter of fact, we have just graduated 15 veterans from this program. It's a 30-hour program, which is really wonderful for that person who is just starting the business and really needs to look at all of the elements of the business, whether it's the finance, the marketing, the risk assessment, the competition. This is the program that really helps you put the whole business together and take a very in-depth look at it. We have the Small Business Success Series starting almost every 2 to 3 months. So this is another opportunity also coming to the small business owner at no charge. And then another program that we have is the Mattress Mac School of Selling. I'm sure most of you who are here locally have heard of Mattress Mac. He helped fund this program, which is called the Mattress Mac School of Selling. And it really gives you all of those skills that you need to sell, customer service. And it's a really dynamic program. We have graduated 2,000 small businesses from this because it really helps that small business owner create that wonderful customer service with their clients. And so how to access all of this? So if you go to our website, it's hccs.edu/small business, and you'll be able to access all of that. Or you can contact me, Maya.Durnovo, Durnovo, at hccs.edu. I hope I didn't go over my time. And in addition, one more thing, sorry. One more thing. We also have 3 centers for entrepreneurship. Ravi runs one of them. We have one at the Northwest College, which is run by Sandra Louvier, and one at the Southeast College, which is run by Susie Molina. So that really, we have a very robust program to help small businesses.
Thank you so much for your time, Dr. Durnovo. All right, next up, we're going to hear from the Houston Veterans Chamber of Commerce, Executive Director Dave Weaver.
Hey, well, good morning,
Yes.
everybody. Dave Weaver, the president of the Houston Regional Veterans Chamber of Commerce here in the Houston region, covering really Killeen, Texas to Louisiana border down to Corpus Christi. And we are growing and scaling veteran-owned businesses. So glad to see everybody. Amy, thank you for hosting this and being the MC. Ravi, thank you for running the VEP program and things like that that you put together along with the chamber here. Again, good morning, everybody. This, we are helping Houston become #1 for veteran owner entrepreneur support. How are we doing that? We are bringing together multiple different resources, collaborating with the partners that are on your screen. Ravi's part of the chamber's board of advisors. Amy's part of the chamber as the government advising task force, which we are doing a few things, advocating for you from on the county and state and municipalities. And we are also coordinating with HEC, which they are a good partner with us on a couple of different programs. They also hosted our expo last year. And then we are with GCU. We've got an MOU with them. We've got a Lone Star College is and GCU is also a sponsor, as well as the Lone Star College is a sponsor of the chamber. And we are growing and scaling. So what that, as we are, and we've got an MOU with the SBA. I can't forget them. Mark Winchester has been absolutely amazing, and he'll probably share a few things about this as well. Of a meeting that we had earlier this week. But anyways, we are really continuing to bring resources together. We've been around since almost 3 years. We're almost at 280 members and continuing to grow. The things that we are continuing to find out when we started the chamber, that the gap was pretty small. However, the actual gap for representing veteran-owned businesses here in the Houston region, or really in the United States, has been more like the Grand Canyon. So we are getting them counted and measured and bringing people aware. We play more on the grow, not just the startups, but more on the grow and the scale piece, connecting and creating opportunities within industry and within government agencies. We go out there and advocate on your behalf to grow, connect you, introduce you to the people that you need to know. Where you are at, but then also connect you with those resources to create a business plan, become corporate ready, become access to capital, become bankable. There's a lot of different programs out there, but there is also a lot of things that you need to do as the veteran to jump through the hoops to actually get counted and measured. And one of those hoops is getting connected to the different vendor programs that are out there that you need to register with, so you can actually be doing business with the bigger corporations. But then also we're helping them to actually count them or count you as a veteran-owned business and check the boxes so you are counted. We also help you make sure you are getting the right certification programs through the SBA or through the Texas Veterans Commission. We are doing amazing things. So some of the programs that we've started over the last 3 years is Veterans Business Expo, which we've done now 2 years in a row. Last year we represented about 103. This year we represented about 140 veteran-owned businesses. In September at the George R. Brown, some great things have come out of it. The ripple effect is amazing, and the industry came out and supported. And I could see this is where it's going to continue to grow, where it become a national conference right here in your backyards to support your efforts, but also being able to connect you nationally programs like Bunker Labs and other programs that are amazing that you need to connect with. especially like the Goldman Sachs program. So we help the veteran basically find out where they are, what programs they need to connect to, who do they need to be introduced to, and then connect you to those programs so you can grow and scale into a business. If you're not into business, that is fine. We still help from an employment standpoint by connecting those veterans to those veteran resources like Next Stop and 4Block and several others that are connecting industry with employers, but also veterans that are hiring veterans with those employees or veterans that want to have a professional type of job or a meaningful career. Another program that we are starting is the Veterans Business Community Leaders Roundtable. We're bringing all these resources together to find these big gaps, but then also shake out other resources, we've done 6 of these. We're getting ready to do our 7th one in February again. And it's just continuing to being amazing on all the different resources that are out there that are fragmented. We're here to bring everything together as a hub of veterans, but also veterans resources. The other big thing I think is distinct about our program is it's founded by a veteran, it's ran by a veteran, and it will only be ever ran by a veteran because we want to make sure that the veterans are understood and also connecting. So I think that's a differentiator. We do love our passionate patriots that are coming alongside of us because we do definitely, as veterans all know, we need the people at home to be able to support the home front. So those are passionate patriots, and we definitely have them involved, like Ravi and like several others that have come alongside of us, and several of you here that are running the veteran programs. I appreciate that. The other things that a couple other things that we are launching in 2024 will be a Texas Veterans Business magazine, which will have all of our members listed in it and their veteran businesses, and also advertising opportunities. That will be pushed out to every place here in our region, but also probably Texas-wide. So that's the one thing that we're launching, and we are working on that now. The other thing is probably a Veterans Business Summit in September. And then following that, we are also doing a Tools and Troops Drive in April, connecting industry with and veterans with new tool sets. But there are some amazing things that are happening as we continue to grow the resources for your veterans, but help really, if you leave nothing with today, we are making Houston #1 for veteran owner entrepreneur support and connecting you with resources. So what does that look like? I'm going to share my screen so you can have our contact information and things like that, and we'll go from there. You can connect with us at Houston Regional Veterans Chamber at houveteranschamber.org. Our email is vetbiz@houveteranschamber.org, or our main line of direct, you can get in with the direct VP of Ops, Jonathan Campos, or the EVP, John Kakulis at 832-205-8872. And again, Amy, thank you for being a great MC, and Ravi, thank you for putting this together and great collaboration efforts. And thank you, Maya.
Thank you, Dave. Awesome. Next up, I think we're going to the Small Business Administration, Houston District Office, Mark Winchester.
My name is Mark Winchester. I'm the Deputy District Director of the United States Small Business Administration, Houston District Office. And I echo Dave Weaver. Thank you so much to HCC. Thank you so much to all the organizations that are involved in hosting today's event. And next slide, please. The SBA makes the American dream of business ownership a reality, and we help businesses to start, grow, expand, and recover. And we really make the American dream of business ownership a reality. Next slide, please. Veterans, I want you to know that SBA, yes, I will go into this. Veterans, I want you to write this down, www.sba.gov/veterans. OVBD. That's Oscar Bravo, Oscar Victor Bravo Delta, OVBD, Office of Veteran Business Development. SBA's Office of Veteran Business Development has specific programs for veterans, and veterans, write this down. We have Boots to Business. We just conducted a Boots to Business on Wednesday. Veterans, this is also National Veteran Small Business Week. SBA is conducting 1,500 events this week in support of National Veteran Small Business Week. And veterans, the Boots to Business program, 195,000 veterans, active duty, and military spouses have gone through the Boots to Business program. The Boots to Business program is an 8-module entrepreneurial training program. Veterans, if we have any women veterans want to let you know we have VWise, Veteran Women Igniting the Spirit of Entrepreneurship. This is an event, it's an expo, it's training. Women veterans, this training includes veteran women who have an existing business and veteran women who want to start a business. There is also an online course, so there's online training, then there's the expo, and then it's the concurrent training at the expo, and this is held around the country. Service-disabled veterans, we have the Institute of Veterans and Military Families, and they have a program, write this down, service-disabled veterans, it's called EBV, Entrepreneurial Boot Camp for Veterans with Disabilities. And service-disabled veterans, this is an online course, but it is also 9 days in person at a university. This includes Texas A&M. They have an EBV program. There are, at a minimum, at least 13 universities, including Syracuse, including Texas A&M, that offer this entrepreneurial boot camp for veterans with disabilities. We also, veterans, have the Veteran Entrepreneurship Program at the Riata Center for the Entrepreneurship Spears School of Business at Oklahoma State. And we also have the Entrepreneurship Boot Camp for Veterans at St. Joseph University. Veterans, these programs are at no cost to you. You just have to apply. Veterans, I also want to talk to you, excuse me, I will be talking to you shortly. I'm losing my voice. Give me 1 second. Veterans, in a moment, I'm going to be talking about contracting, but I wanted to specifically highlight this resource. Veterans, we have the Veteran Federal Procurement Entrepreneurship Training Program. It's called VIP. VIP, that's not to be confused. The U.S. Department of Veteran Affairs had a VIP database. This is not the VIP database. This is the Veteran Institute for Procurement. Veterans, you can attend and obtain certification as a veteran in federal contracting right outside Fairfax, Virginia. The hotel expense, the training expense, all that is covered. You just have to find a way to get there. Next slide, please. Veterans, want to let you know we have access to capital for you, veterans. We have SBA-backed loans. Veterans, SBA has waived the guarantee fee on guarantee-backed loans by SBA up to $500,000 through the SBA Express program. Veterans, we also, for this year, 2024, have waived the guarantee fee on our SBA guarantee-backed loans up to $1 million. Veterans, we have over 300 private equity investors nationwide that invest in those types of businesses that need equity investment. Veterans, we have R&D awarded funds. Veterans, we have $4.1 billion annually offered in R&D. Veterans, some of you may be in general contracting, general construction, GC, or you may be in a trade such as an electrician. Want to let you know, veterans, that we have surety bonds from $9 million to $13 million. Next slide. Veterans, want to let you know there's a pathway to access to capital here in Houston, and that includes the SBA Houston website. We list veterans on our website, all the lenders that are participating in the SBA guarantee program, and you can see we have over two dozen SBA guarantee programs. You can see which lenders are doing which program. Veterans, I also want you to write down Hagel, Houston Association of Government Guaranteed Lenders. There's 130 SBA lenders in Houston that offer the SBA loan guarantee, including the SBA Express and Veteran Advantage. Number 3, veterans, you can also attend a virtual lending, meet the lender. And veterans, we also have lender matchmaking, both in person and online. And veterans, you want to take advantage of the SBA resource partners. Next slide, please. Thank you, Ravi. Veterans, want to let you know about contracting. Dr. Maya Durnovo was sharing some outstanding numbers in contracting, and veterans want to let you know nationwide, the biggest spender is Uncle Sam, and Uncle Sam spends $600 billion annually, and it's required by law to provide contract opportunities to small businesses, including veteran-owned small businesses. And if you want to learn more, visit sba.gov/contracting. Next slide, please. Veterans, SBA has 4 main programs. 8A Business Development Program. It is a 9-year program. And veterans, I want you to write this down: sole source, non-competitive contracts under the 8A program. The SBA Houston, we currently have 72 small businesses going through the 8A program. Last year, veterans, $65 million was awarded in 8A contracts here locally. Veterans, for those of you that are an existing business, you may be in a hub zone right now. Hub zone is where it's a geographical location, and if you're in a hub zone, you may be eligible to apply to become a hub zone firm. And veterans, write this down: set aside. So under hub zone, there are opportunities for set aside contracts. Women-owned small businesses, veteran women want to let you know that we have a women-owned small business program, and we have economically disadvantaged women-owned program. And finally, veterans, both service-disabled and veteran-owned small businesses, SBA has taken over since January 1st the Veteran Small Business Certification Program. And there are opportunities for set-aside contracts for service-disabled veterans, 3%. And I want to go back, stay right where you are, Ravi, but I just want to mention the 8A program is part of the SDB program, and there's a goal that 15% of all federal contracts go to SDBs by 2025. Historically underutilized businesses and service-disabled veterans, as I mentioned, the goal is 3% of all contracts go to these certifications. And for women-owned small business, the goal is 5% of contracts. Next slide, please. Veterans want to let you know there is a resource in providing technical assistance and counseling and contracting, and that's your Apex Accelerator, and that's the contact information. They can help you research contracts, register your business with a certification, and respond to contract opportunities. Next slide, please. Disaster. Veterans, if you are wanting to start a business or you have a business, you should have a business plan. And number 2, if you have a business plan, you should have a business resumption plan, BRP, business resumption plan. You need to have a plan in place if you're going to respond to a natural disaster that's going to impact your business. Also want to let you know, veterans, that we have disaster loans for real estate, personal property, economic injury, machinery, equipment, inventory. And veterans, if there are any National Guard reservists if you're a National Guard reservist and you have a business and you're called to active duty, you can apply for an active duty economic injury disaster loan. Next slide, please. Veterans, these are local resources for you. Veterans, nationally, there are 14,000 advisors nationwide available to you. Veterans, right here in Houston, you have over 200 counselors and mentors available to work with you on your business, including SCORE. Veterans, if you don't have a mentor, the first place you can look is SCORE Chapter 37. Number 2, the SBDC. These are full-time staff that can provide free business consulting, business research assistance, and low-cost training. And women, veterans, we have over 137 women business centers nationwide, and we have 2 women business centers right here in Houston, the WBEA Women's Business Center and the Greater Houston Women's Chamber of Commerce Women's Business Center, and they primarily counsel women and veteran women-owned small businesses, and they can help you with your WOSB certification. Next slide, please. Veterans, we're getting to the very end. Just want to let you know there's a Veteran Business Outreach Center that can provide technical assistance and counseling just for veterans. And that's the Veteran Business Outreach Center. Next slide, please. Juan Santos Flores is the director. This is the VBOC contact information. Veterans, make sure you get this contact information. Next slide, please. Veterans, you can take use your iPhone or Android, take a picture of this. This is the contact information of all the resources and their phone numbers and including the SBA website as well. Next slide, please. And this is my contact information here, Mark Winchester, Deputy Director. Next slide, please. And that's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mark. We really appreciate having you here.
Thank you so much, Amy.
All right, so that takes it to me. I get to present to you all. I'm going to share a little bit about the organization that I represent. So, my name is Amy Skicki. I'm the Executive Director of the Bay Area Houston Transportation Partnership. If you are a civil engineering firm, consulting firm, anybody that wants to deal with working with municipalities and building the infrastructure for our cities, we are a membership organization comprised of those individuals. We're your regional voice for transportation, mobility, and air quality here in Southeast Houston. Get my slide to change. Our mission is to enhance regional mobility by advocating for improved infrastructure, air quality, reducing traffic congestion, and the most important part, cultivating relationships with communities, business leaders, and elected and appointed officials that result in positive transportation solutions. We are a membership-based organization that's governed by a board of directors. Our board of directors is comprised of our membership, direct reflection of that. So we do have mayors, government, county leaders, commissioner, judges, and then also leadership in the local engineering and consulting firms. We represent the Southeast Terrace region, so everything to the bottom half of that yellow line going through the region. That group of counties right there is what makes up our metropolitan planning organization that's housed at Houston Galveston Area Council. That's where all the federal and state dollars flow through for cities and municipalities to offer the programs that they do. Our regional, I should start with the state of Texas has just jumped to the 8th largest economy in the world. 20% or 27% of that rolls through this region on that map right there. And Bay Trans service area represents 50% of that. So that's a lot of freight, a lot of stuff going on our roads. Supply chain has changed significantly since COVID as well. Rather than people going through big box stores, all those trucks are coming out to your houses via Amazon. I kind of talked about who we are made up of. Benefits of membership. We have agency and education and advocacy. We go to DC and Austin and represent this region there. Business development, if you're interested in working with cities and municipalities or the civil engineering firms or consultants, you can come to our membership luncheons and network with those people. And then we provide information and transportation management in the region. We also get to participate in fun things like ribbon cuttings for roads. I was a prior chamber president in a past life, and this was my very first ribbon cutting for an actual infrastructure project. I thought that was pretty cool. We also do things like meet with the mayor of the city of Houston, and that kind of things to talk about how we collaborate and work together because their infrastructure affects our ability to evacuate an emergency. We work very closely with TxDOT, helping them advocate for things that they need, as well as helping our cities and municipalities work with them. We have record amounts of dollars flowing through the federal and state funds for infrastructure due to the federal infrastructure bill and the sales tax fluctuation that we had this last legislative session. And there is a very high demand for this workforce. So we are VETRAN's starting to work with some of the colleges and ISDs in the region to help massage the pipeline of future engineers and consultants. Because another project that we advocate for is the coastal barrier system or the Texas Coastal Program. Some of you may have heard of it as the Ike Dike. That is our federal advocacy effort. And that is our effort because that infrastructure project protects all the infrastructure on the other side of it that we advocate for. Excuse me. So that project alone is a $34.3 billion project. If we had the dollars today, if we're looking at future dollars, it's almost $60 billion. And that is, it's the largest project in the history of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. They're going to need a lot of help. So they're going to be looking to industry. If you happen to be a civil engineer, please get out there and get your certifications to work with these municipalities to build these projects. And with that, I am finished. Thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity. Hi, Scott. Welcome. Thank you.
All right.
If you have a presentation, go ahead and share your screen and the floor is yours.
What I'd like to do is walk people through our website here a little bit. And let me see if I can do that. There we go. So let me tell you a little bit about SCORE and what we do. SCORE is, well, it stands for the Strategic Core of Retired Executives. We have approximately 150 mentors here in Houston. This is our basic website right here, and I'm going to go over a few things on here. The 150 of us go through a certification program, and it's designed to help us help people understand the things that are necessary to start a small business and to operate a small business. We do that day in and day out. We have office hours Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at the same office building as the SVA. But most of what we do these days, and this is really, in my opinion, one of the positive fallouts of the COVID issues, is we do an enormous amount of stuff online and also virtually. Most of my clients that I meet with, I do virtual, as a matter of fact. So SCORE, what do we do, and how does that really affect somebody? We mentor, we don't consult. We don't do the work for our clients, although oftentimes we do many of the things that are necessary to nudge them in the right direction. But we help people do the nuts and bolts, the basics that really get you off the ground with the highest probability of success. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you look in our local resources, you'll see an enormous amount of things here in our library. Everything starting from business creation, which is not just, I think I'd like to be in business. There's some basics that go along with that. And we have a very disciplined way of going about that that's very structured. all too often when people want to start a small business, they have an idea, and they may even be quite passionate about that idea, but what is really required, just like anything else, and since we're talking to veterans, before you go out on the battlefield, you might want to really learn how to use your rifle and how to navigate and how to keep yourself in a proper formation so that you can succeed. The same is true in business. Just jumping in, I'm not going to say that doesn't work, but the odds of success that way aren't terribly high. So you really want to have some kind of a basic plan about how you're going to do that. We work a lot on a business plan, have a whole section here in our library dealing with this. And it includes what I consider to be the two most critical things. Number one is a marketing or sales plan. How are you realistically going to go out and get a client? You can have the most wonderful idea in the world, be terribly passionate about something or something that you always wanted to do. But when you really get down to it, how are you going to make a sale? How are you going to get that dollar in the door? And you have to do that in a function where there's already somebody doing that. Now, we also do nonprofits as well. And so I don't want to give people the idea that this is exclusively aimed at profit making kinds of entities. But I also want to define a nonprofit. First and foremost, there is no such thing. There are companies that lose money. Those are definitely nonprofits. And there are companies that exist because whatever it is that they're charging, it doesn't cover their costs of doing business. And that could be the Boys Club, Boys and Girls Clubs. It could be the Boy Scouts, it could be the Red Cross, anything else. So where and how do they survive? Well, they have to generate a profit in an economic sense of garnering either contributions, donations, taxpayer subsidies, or grants of some sort. And that requires them to deliver something that isn't out there in the marketplace. Or if it is, there's more of a demand for it than people can adequately address at the current time. So we walk people through that critical part of a business plan. In fact, we even have an entire section on marketing, and that's the key focus. How are you getting clients? How are you going to get somebody? What is it that you really are delivering? What's what is called in the industry the unique value proposition? What is it that separates you from your competitors? And how are you going to deliver that? How are you going to price it? How are you going to deliver it? And realistically, what is it that you have to do in order to translate that idea into something that's coming through the door and generating revenue? The second thing that we do within our business plan is talking about a cash flow projection model, or 12-month cash flow forecast. And we have a lot of these. Let me just click on one of these because a lot of people get intimidated by these things or intimidated by accounting. And one of the things that I really try to work with my clients on is demystifying this. This is pretty straightforward stuff. If you have a Kool-Aid stand, you're going to sell Kool-Aid, you're going to sell X number of them, you're going to have a price on it, you know how much it costs. We're just trying to keep track of cash on all the things that go on in the business. This stuff, though, is terribly important. Without a projection on this, you don't know if you're making money or not. And you really don't know if you're making any money on the money you have to invest in the business. All too often, people, if they have a gross profit, in other words, they sell something for $1, costs them 50 cents to make it or to buy it, they go, wow, I made a 50% margin. And then they turn around and go, yeah, but I had to pay, 30 cents in rent, 22 cents in other overhead expenses, 10 cents in interest expense to pay for the loan. And my own return on capital at this point is negative. Negative return on capital is not a good number. This is sort of like when you shoot artillery and it lands short. A lot of noise, a lot of activity, not a lot of results. We're all about results. And so this is one of those critical elements that we go over. And I think it's really important when people think about their business, how they're going to make it all happen. And so those are the two key things I think that we do that distinguish us in the marketplace of people who are helping veterans and helping small businesses. But briefly going over the rest of our website, you can see all the other things that we do, everything including financing your business. How are you going to get the money to get going? What's it going to take? We have discussions on loans, on grants, all different kinds of programs. What if you're going to be a buyer or a seller of a business? There are certain things that go into that. And a lot of times that's a really, really good way of getting into business, is to buy one that's already successful. We have an entire section on how to do that. Many of us, including myself, have been through that entire process. The other things are all these kinds of overhead things that people, struggle with. Like I said, accounting. How in the world are you going to find a CPA or a bookkeeper, somebody who can help you out? Excuse me. Legal issues. We do not give either accounting advice or legal advice, but we can nudge you in the right direction and tell you what is important to understand, and things that are sort of generic, but most people who haven't been there don't necessarily think about. Taxes. One of the things to remember is Uncle Sam in the state of Texas, if you're here, and even Houston and Harris County, they are always your business partner and they get paid. We're going to teach you all about how to deal with that and other things that people don't necessarily think about. Disaster preparedness. Some of those issues that were just discussed really go into this. What happens when the trucks ain't moving? What happens when water's flowing over the dam? And all the other sorts of things, including insurance. And then we also list, we have no vested interest in being the only guy on the block. We have lots of connections to all kinds of other resources that we work with who help us out on all the other activities that can benefit somebody who's starting and operating a small business. One last thing here, because I know I'm running out of time, is we have our local workshops, and one of them we're starting on the 8th. We do this every single month, the starting and running your own business. This is probably the best little course for somebody to take. This is basic training 101. It's typically a 3-part course, covers everything from soup to nuts in a basic fashion so that people can become aware of what it is that they have to do to start and operate their own business. And it's a great place. All these things are free. So they're really wonderful. And we try to put these in a time frame when people can watch them. A lot of these things are online, they're recorded, and those starting and running your own business, like I said, it's a 3-parter. Sometimes we do it 2 parts in the evenings, but it's a great place for somebody who's thinking about stuff or even is already in business and they're struggling a little bit. This will help you out with other things. You can see part 2 over here on November 15th, as a matter of fact. But it's a whole host of things. This is just local activities. If you go to SCORE National, you'll find even more. The simple truth is we're better than national, but that's just the way it is because this is Houston. With that, because I think I've taken up a lot of time now, I will answer anybody's questions if they have any, or turn it over to whoever is next.
Thank you, Scott. We appreciate you being here. That was great information.
Thank you for the
And I love
opportunity.
your analogies and link backs to using your weapon. I mean, yeah, none of us would have gotten out there and done that without any training. It makes sense. Thank you.
Thank you.
And we have next Simone with Thai Houston. Hi, Simone. Welcome.
So, yes, I am from Thai Houston, and Thai stands for the Indus Entrepreneurs. It was founded in Silicon Valley, but it has become a global company where we have over 59 global chapters, over 14 countries across the world with over 15,000 members. We are a nonprofit organization with a mission to foster entrepreneurship through different pillars: mentoring, networking, education, funding, and incubation. So for mentoring in Houston specifically, that's what I'll be discussing today, but this is available to you in all these different cities across the world. We have a diverse portfolio of board members and charter members who volunteer their time to help mentor you through your startup, and whether it's from the very initial ideas to how to make a business plan to how to pitch, looking at your pitch deck, everything in between. They are there to mentor you and to guide you and give you their insight in these various areas, whether it's life science, SaaS, hard tech, anything and everything in between. We have people on our board and our charter members in our portfolio that will be able to help you in these areas. Another big thing that we do is networking. So we have numerous networking events throughout the year. And this basically, we just bring together some of the industry leaders and we sit in a room and we discuss all these various topics and how to basically help one another through whatever problem we can be experiencing as entrepreneurs. We know that this is a very tricky area to kind of go through because there's no exact guidebook of do A, B, C, and D, and then you'll be successful. There's so many unseen things that we have to go through to be successful, and we can only get by with the help of our friends and our network, of course, because, you know, your network is your net worth. And then investing, we also do get together small groups of our members that will come and listen to your business pitch and kind of come together and see if there is funding available for you. We love doing that. We are big pitch people, so that is something that we very much look forward to. And if we can, we would love to help you with funding. We also do some different things with education with the local Houston colleges. And we just kind of like to help the next set of next generation of entrepreneurs. And then we also do Thai women, where we focus on Thai women entrepreneurs, which I'm a big fan of as well. That's pretty much a huge global, again, thing, condensed pretty briefly. But this is something that is very interesting because if you are in Houston, of course, we do have the Thai Houston chapter, but if you're in any other city, I bet they have one there, and we would love to connect you with them. But it's an instant network of entrepreneurs across the globe who are wanting and willing to help you basically tackle your endeavor. So I will give you my email. It's admin@houston.thai.org. And then if you would like to visit our website for more information, it is houston.thai.org.
Thank you. And that, I think, is the end of our presentation. Nope, Robbie has a video that we are going to play, and this is going to be from the Office of Business Opportunity.
Have this play for the sound.
I hear the sound, so that's good.
I am Dr. Porsha Jackson, Business Development Manager with the City of Houston's Office of Business Opportunity, and I'm so sorry that I can't be there with you today due to a prior commitment, but I wanted to make sure that I bring this message to you because we love veterans of the city and we love working with you. We want to make sure that you have the resources that you need to start, grow, and scale your business. So a little bit about the Office of Business Opportunity, which is OBO. We are located downtown, corner from City Council, from City Hall, and you're welcome to come in to ask questions, or you can always set up a meeting. I take one-on-one meetings over strategies. We can bounce ideas off of each other, but anything you need to help you navigate doing business with the City of Houston as an agency, or just in general, how to do business, I'm there for you and I'm there to help you. Office of Business Opportunity, we have a plethora of resources. Not only can we connect you with mentorship and other resources and actually send you information in regards to government procurement opportunities, but we do have things and services such as our free legal services. We know that legal services are costly, right? But with the Office of Business Opportunity, we're able to provide you connections to attorneys who will assist you on a free pro bono basis, and we work with the top attorneys here in the Houston area. We also have business development programs ranging from those who are just starting their business with our Lift Off Business Plan competition, which businesses get to vie for $10,000 in 3 categories: product, service, and innovation. But we also have our IMPP program, our Interagency Mentor Protege program, that happens. We take applications every March, so make sure you look out for that. What that program does is we partner with our friends at Metro, Houston Community College, Houston Independent School District, as well as Support Houston, we all come together to put on this mentor protege program. We pair you with actual prime contractors with some of our agencies, and we walk you through 8 to 9 weeks of classes about estimating, marketing, financing, and different subjects like that. Once you graduate, we pair you with an actual prime who's working on contracts with one of our agencies, and then you're with them for up to a year. And you're just under their tutelage and learning how to be a prime contractor, how to hold and have contracts with government agencies. We also have our Pillars for Success program, which we just was new for us and started this year. And so that's for companies who are ready to take their business to the next level, whether you want to work in government procurement or private sector. That is to help you to help you go internationally as well. So a lot of information that we have for our businesses who are established to get in there and help you to go to the next level, to connect with those resources and know things about quality controls and other things that you must know to be able to grow and to scale. And I forgot to mention that we are, I believe, in our 35th or 36th year of our Turner School of Construction Management. So all of you who are in construction related industries, this program is definitely for you. We partner with Turner Construction Company. If you're in construction, you know exactly the power that Turner Construction Company has nationwide. And what they do is we find 20 companies. You apply for it. It happens every June through July. The applications will come out. The program starts in September and runs through November. And you work hand in hand with your cohorts, and you are taught the Turner way and how they do estimating and how to really be a subcontractor for private agencies, specifically Turner. So a lot of information. They go over getting your website together, your business development together, estimating and bidding, and a whole lot of information, HR too, and a lot of information and guest speakers that we have come in. So those are all the things that we have happening at the City of Houston's Office of Business Opportunity. We also have our Solutions Center that if you need connections and wondering like what type of permits do I need for my business, we can help you with that. We can also get you signed up to our e-blast list that happens every Monday, which has a listing of all of the solicitations for the city, as well as our external partners like the other government agencies, as well as networking opportunities through events and various programs. And I will leave you with this certification. OBO is the certifying agency for the city of Houston. Our certifications are the top. I would say they are the premier certifications. Why? Because it's widely accepted by other government agencies as well as the private sector. We can get you certified in minority business enterprise, woman-owned, persons with disabilities, and that's where our disabled veterans are going to fall into. Small business enterprise for construction-related industries only, as well as we can get you certified with the historically underutilized business hub and disadvantaged business enterprise, as well as airport concessions business enterprise. I believe I got them all: MWS, DV, ACDVE, and PDBE. And we also recognize the LGBTQBE certification in our directory. So it's all there, and everything that I mentioned is at no financial cost to you. So make sure you go to our website, houstontx.gov/OB as in boy, O. You'll see all the information there. And please note this: Houston is lacking in DBE certified firms. So we need to get you DBE certified because there's a lot of opportunity that's happening in 2024. And we want to make sure that our firms are ready for those opportunities. And if you're going to be here on December 7th, we have Meet the Buyer, and we can have you sit down with an actual certifying officer, and you can fill out that DBE certification so you can get certified and be ready for 2024. So with all that, please make sure you go to our website. What is it? houstontx.gov/OBO, and feel free to always reach out to me with any questions. I would love to see you at Meet the Buyer. So any questions you have, make sure you contact me there. Outside of that, You can always give me a call at 832-393-0935 or email me at porscha.jackson@houstontx.gov, and I look forward to connecting with you.
Wonderful.
All right.
Well, Robbie, that wraps us up, huh? Do you want to close us out?
So yes, we're right at time, right? So